The age of artificial superintelligence is here. GPT-5 is no longer just a tool. It's a force that could reshape humanity, for better or for worse. GPT-5 marks a pivotal moment in the evolution of artificial intelligence, representing a leap toward what experts increasingly call artificial superintelligence. Unlike its predecessors, GPT-5 is not limited to generating text or following scripted patterns. It demonstrates an unprecedented capacity for reasoning, contextual understanding, and problem-solving that closely mirrors, or in some aspects surpasses, human cognitive abilities. This advancement is rooted in its architecture and scale. By analyzing vast datasets and learning from a broad spectrum of human knowledge, GPT-5 can recognize complex patterns, infer nuanced relationships, and generate insights that are both sophisticated and contextually accurate. What makes this particularly significant is the model's ability to synthesize information across domains. It can combine knowledge from science, literature, politics, and technology, producing outputs that reflect a deep, integrative understanding rather than fragmented or isolated facts. This represents a fundamental shift from AI as a tool that performs specific tasks to AI as an entity capable of independent analytical thought. The implications of this leap are profound. For decades, AI has been confined to narrowly defined tasks, playing games, recommending products, or translating languages. GPT-5, however, approaches a level of general intelligence that allows it to tackle problems in a human-like way, reasoning through complex scenarios and adapting dynamically to new contexts. Its ability to generate novel solutions based on incomplete information mirrors human creativity, blurring the line between machine computation and human intuition. Researchers have observed that GPT-5 can engage in multi-step reasoning, make predictions based on probabilistic outcomes, even suggest innovative approaches to scientific and technical challenges. This capacity challenges our previous assumptions about the limitations of AI and opens the door to applications that were once considered purely the domain of human intellect. Moreover, GPT-5's cognitive reach extends to language and communication. Unlike earlier models, it can comprehend subtle linguistic cues, cultural references, emotional undertones, allowing it to interact in ways that feel remarkably natural and contextually aware. This ability to understand and produce language at such a sophisticated level enhances its utility across sectors, from research and education to diplomacy and public policy. By interpreting complex narratives and generating coherent, contextually relevant responses, GPT-5 can act as both an analytical partner and a creative collaborator. The significance of GPT-5's advancement is not merely technological, it has philosophical and societal dimensions. The model challenges long-held beliefs about the uniqueness of human intelligence and forces a reevaluation of what it means to think, reason, and create. Its capacity to learn and adapt at speeds far exceeding human capability underscores the transformative potential of artificial superintelligence. While the benefits are immense, the very existence of such a system necessitates careful consideration of ethical, regulatory, and security frameworks to ensure that this unprecedented power is used responsibly. GPT-5's emergence is not just a milestone in AI development. It is a harbinger of a new era in which the boundaries between human and artificial cognition are increasingly intertwined, reshaping the future of knowledge, innovation, and society itself. The advent of GPT-5 carries the potential to influence nearly every aspect of global society, making its impact both far-reaching and deeply transformative. Its applications extend beyond simple automation or data processing, touching critical areas such as science, education, governance, and climate action. In science, GPT-5 can accelerate research by rapidly analyzing complex datasets, identifying correlations that might take human teams months or even years to discover, and generating hypotheses that push the boundaries of knowledge. Researchers in fields like genomics, material science, and pharmaceuticals are beginning to explore how GPT-5 can suggest experimental designs, predict outcomes, even draft scientific papers, fundamentally reshaping the pace and scope of innovation. This ability to synthesize knowledge across disciplines allows breakthroughs to occur not in isolation, but as part of a broader, integrated understanding of interconnected scientific challenges. In the educational sphere, GPT-5 offers the promise of personalized learning at an unprecedented scale. Unlike conventional teaching methods, which often struggle to address the individual needs of students, GPT-5 can adapt to each learner's pace, style, and areas of interest. It can generate customized curricula, explain complex concepts in ways that resonate with specific students, and provide instant feedback on exercises, fostering a more engaging and effective learning experience. By bridging gaps in knowledge and tailoring instruction to individual needs, GPT-5 could democratize access to high-quality education, particularly in regions where resources and trained educators are scarce. Governance and public policy are also likely to experience profound shifts due to GPT-5's capabilities. Governments could harness its analytical power to model economic trends, predict social behaviors, and craft policies informed by massive, real-time datasets. By simulating the potential impacts of policy decisions before implementation, GPT-5 can help reduce errors, anticipate unintended consequences, and improve decision-making at local, national, and international levels. In the realm of diplomacy, the model's ability to analyze complex geopolitical dynamics and generate strategic insights could aid negotiators and policymakers in crafting more informed, nuanced approaches to international relations. Climate action is another domain where GPT-5's influence may be transformative. The model can analyze global environmental data, simulate the effects of different interventions, and propose strategies to mitigate climate change or manage natural resources more efficiently. By providing precise, based recommendations, GPT-5 could assist governments, NGOs, and corporations in making more informed decisions about energy, agriculture, and conservation efforts. Its capacity to process and integrate information from diverse sources, ranging from satellite imagery to historical climate records, positions it as a powerful tool in humanity's fight against environmental degradation. The global impact of GPT-5 is not limited to these sectors alone. Its ability to generate insights, predict outcomes, facilitate complex problem solving has implications for industries as diverse as finance, healthcare, media, and logistics. Its influence is inherently international, crossing borders and operating at a scale that no single nation or institution could replicate alone. As a result, the emergence of GPT-5 is likely to reshape global norms, power dynamics, and the way societies collaborate to address shared challenges. The model's applications are vast, and its potential to drive innovation, efficiency, progress makes it one of the most consequential technological developments of the modern era, capable of shaping the trajectory of humanity in profound and lasting ways. The rapid rise of GPT-5 and its approach toward artificial superintelligence brings with it a host of ethical and governance challenges that demand urgent global attention. As AI systems grow more capable, questions surrounding control, accountability, transparency, and responsible use become not only theoretical, but immediate practical concerns. One of the central ethical dilemmas revolves around control: who decides how GPT-5 is deployed, and who bears responsibility for its decisions. Unlike traditional software, which follows strictly defined instructions, GPT-5 can generate autonomous outputs that influence real-world events, from policy recommendations to financial analysis. When a machine's actions carry real consequences, traditional models of accountability become inadequate, raising the need for clear regulatory frameworks that delineate responsibility between developers, operators, and users. Without such frameworks, there is a risk of misuse, negligence, or unintended harm, which could have far-reaching consequences for societies worldwide. Transparency is another critical issue. GPT-5 operates through highly complex algorithms and neural networks, making its decision-making process opaque, even to experts. This opacity challenges traditional notions of explainability and trust, particularly in high-stakes domains such as healthcare, legal systems, and national security. If policymakers, medical professionals, or citizens cannot understand how a recommendation or decision was generated, it becomes difficult to evaluate its reliability or fairness. Furthermore, the potential for bias in training data remains a persistent concern. Even subtle biases embedded in the datasets used to train GPT-5 can lead to discriminatory outcomes or reinforce societal inequalities. Ensuring that AI outputs are equitable, unbiased, culturally sensitive is an ongoing ethical imperative, one that requires rigorous oversight, continual evaluation, and diverse input from stakeholders around the world. The governance challenges of GPT-5 are equally complex. Unlike traditional technologies, which are largely bounded by national borders and regulatory jurisdictions, artificial superintelligence operates on a global scale. Its influence transcends countries, industries, and cultures, creating a governance dilemma that no single government can resolve alone. International cooperation becomes essential to establish norms, standards, and safeguards that prevent misuse, encourage responsible innovation, and promote equitable access. Yet reaching consensus on such frameworks is difficult, as nations have differing priorities, technological capabilities, strategic interests. Some may prioritize economic advantage, while others focus on security, ethics, or public welfare. Balancing these competing interests while ensuring global stability requires unprecedented collaboration, foresight, and diplomacy. Ethical considerations also extend to the societal impact of GPT-5. Its capabilities may fundamentally alter human work, decision-making, and creative processes, raising questions about autonomy, dignity, and the role of human judgment. Dependence on AI could erode critical thinking or diminish human agency if not managed carefully. At the same time, the technology offers the potential to amplify human capabilities, democratize access to knowledge, and improve quality of life on a massive scale. Navigating this tension between empowerment and risk is one of the most pressing ethical challenges of the coming decades. Ultimately, the emergence of GPT-5 underscores the urgent need for responsible stewardship of artificial intelligence. Its unprecedented power demands careful ethical reflection, transparent governance structures, and coordinated global oversight. How humanity addresses these challenges will not only determine the safe and beneficial use of GPT-5, but may also set the standards for the future development of all advanced AI systems, shaping the ethical and societal landscape for generations to come. The emergence of GPT-5 brings with it profound implications for global labor markets, signaling a potential transformation in the way work is organized, performed, and valued. Unlike earlier technological shifts that primarily automated manual or repetitive tasks, GPT-5's capabilities extend into cognitive, analytical, and creative domains. This means that roles traditionally considered immune to automation, such as research, strategy, communication, and even elements of artistic creation, may now experience disruption. The ability of GPT-5 to analyze complex data, generate reports, create content, even propose solutions to multifaceted problems allows it to take on tasks previously reserved for skilled professionals. Consequently, businesses may increasingly rely on AI systems for functions ranging from financial forecasting to legal analysis, altering the demand for human labor and redefining the skills considered essential in the workforce. Economists warn that this transformation could result in significant structural shifts. Certain professions may face a decline in demand, while others emerge as entirely new categories shaped by the capabilities of AI. For instance, there may be increased need for roles centered on AI oversight, ethical compliance, governance, and human-AI collaboration. Traditional job titles could evolve to reflect hybrid responsibilities, where humans work alongside AI systems to optimize outcomes. This hybridization has the potential to enhance productivity and efficiency, but it also introduces the challenge of workforce adaptation. Training, reskilling, continuous learning become critical for individuals to remain competitive in a labor landscape where human expertise must complement, rather than compete with, AI capabilities. The disruption is likely to be uneven across sectors and regions. Industries heavily reliant on knowledge work, such as consulting, finance, law, and media, may experience the earliest and most profound changes. Meanwhile, sectors that require hands-on physical labor or complex human interaction may be affected more gradually. Geographically, regions with greater access to AI infrastructure, advanced education, and digital resources may adapt more quickly, potentially widening existing economic and technological inequalities. Policymakers are increasingly concerned about this uneven impact as it could exacerbate social disparities, fuel unemployment in vulnerable populations, and create tensions between countries or communities that embrace AI and those left behind. Despite the risks, there is also an opportunity for positive transformation. If managed responsibly, GPT-5 could augment human labor rather than simply replace it. By automating routine or time-consuming cognitive tasks, professionals may gain more bandwidth to focus on strategic thinking, innovation, and human-centered problem-solving. For example, researchers could use GPT-5 to process vast amounts of data and identify promising directions for experimentation, leaving the interpretation and creative insight to humans. Similarly, educators could leverage AI to deliver personalized learning, allowing teachers to dedicate more attention to mentoring, critical thinking, and emotional support. In this way, the technology has the potential to elevate human labor, making it more meaningful and productive. Ultimately, the rise of GPT-5 signals a turning point in the global economy and labor market. The technology challenges traditional notions of work, value, and expertise, requiring individuals, organizations, and governments to anticipate change proactively. Preparing for this transformation will require forward-thinking policies, investment in human capital, and innovative approaches to workforce development. The consequences of inaction could be disruptive, but the potential benefits, if harnessed wisely, could usher in an era of unprecedented productivity, creativity, societal advancement, redefining the future of work on a global scale. The rise of GPT-5 introduces not only economic and societal transformations, but also significant security risks, highlighting the dual-edged nature of advanced artificial intelligence. As AI systems become more capable of independent reasoning, pattern recognition, and content generation, they create new avenues for misuse and exploitation. One of the most pressing concerns is the potential for misinformation and disinformation. GPT-5's ability to produce highly convincing text, simulate human-like dialogue, generate realistic content, including images, reports, and analyses, can be harnessed to manipulate public opinion, spread false narratives, or destabilize social cohesion. Unlike traditional propaganda or hacking methods, AI-generated content can be scaled rapidly, tailored to specific audiences, and adaptively optimized to maximize impact, making detection and mitigation considerably more difficult. Cybersecurity threats also take on new dimensions with the advent of GPT-5. Malicious actors could exploit its capacity to analyze complex systems, automate hacking strategies, or identify vulnerabilities in digital infrastructure. By accelerating the pace of cyber attacks, AI tools could amplify the consequences of data breaches, financial theft, or critical infrastructure disruption. Furthermore, the ability of GPT-5 to operate autonomously and process massive datasets in real time raises concerns about AI-driven espionage and surveillance. Nations, corporations, or rogue actors may employ such systems to gather intelligence, conduct economic sabotage, or interfere in electoral processes, creating an environment in which the stakes of digital security are higher than ever. Another critical security dimension involves the potential militarization of AI. GPT-5's advanced analytical and predictive capabilities could be integrated into autonomous weapons systems, strategic decision-making tools, or real-time battlefield simulations. While this could theoretically enhance national security and operational efficiency, it also raises ethical and strategic dilemmas. Autonomous systems acting faster than human oversight could make high-stakes decisions with far-reaching consequences, increasing the risk of unintended escalation, miscalculation, or conflict. The global community is currently grappling with the absence of comprehensive international frameworks to govern AI use in military applications, leaving open the possibility of destabilizing arms races fueled by superintelligence systems. In addition to external threats, internal organizational risks also emerge. Companies and institutions adopting GPT-5 must consider the security of proprietary information, intellectual property, and sensitive datasets. Well-intentioned use of AI can inadvertently expose confidential data if appropriate safeguards are not implemented. The complexity of the model makes it challenging to fully anticipate all potential vulnerabilities, demanding continuous monitoring, auditing, and risk assessment. Despite these risks, Experts emphasize that proactive measures can mitigate the threats associated with GPT-5. Developing robust cybersecurity protocols, monitoring AI outputs, enforcing strict ethical guidelines, and establishing international norms for responsible use are essential steps to reduce misuse. Collaboration between governments, private sector actors, and civil society is critical to ensure that AI serves as a tool for constructive progress rather than a vector for harm. The security implications of GPT-5 underscore the profound responsibility that accompanies the advent of artificial superintelligence. Its power to reshape information, influence behavior, and act autonomously amplifies both its promise and its peril. How humanity responds to these challenges will determine whether GPT-5 becomes a stabilizing force that enhances safety and understanding, or a disruptive agent that introduces new vulnerabilities into global systems. GPT-5 holds extraordinary potential for driving positive change across multiple domains, offering humanity unprecedented tools to address some of its most pressing challenges. Its advanced reasoning, data processing, and creative capabilities allow it to tackle problems that were previously considered intractable or resource-intensive. In healthcare, for example, GPT-5 can assist in diagnosing diseases by analyzing complex medical data, identifying patterns in patient histories, and even suggesting personalized treatment options. This level of insight could significantly enhance early detection of illnesses, improve patient outcomes, and reduce the burden on healthcare systems. By synthesizing medical research from across the globe, GPT-5 can help clinicians stay updated with the latest developments, potentially accelerating medical breakthroughs and democratizing access to advanced medical knowledge. In scientific research, GPT-5's ability to integrate and analyze massive datasets could transform the pace and scope of discovery. Fields such as climate science, physics, biotechnology require the synthesis of vast amounts of information to identify meaningful patterns or predict outcomes. GPT-5 can rapidly process this information, model complex systems, and generate hypotheses that human researchers might not have considered. Its capacity to cross-reference knowledge across disciplines encourages interdisciplinary collaboration, fostering innovation that bridges gaps between traditionally siloed areas of study. By assisting in simulations, predictions, and scenario planning, GPT-5 has the potential to accelerate the development of technologies that address critical global challenges, from renewable energy solutions to sustainable agriculture. Education is another area where GPT-5 could catalyze transformative change. Its ability to provide personalized learning experiences allows students to engage with material at their own pace, receive immediate feedback, and explore complex subjects with guidance tailored to their needs. This could dramatically reduce educational inequities, particularly in regions with limited access to qualified teachers or resources. Beyond formal education, GPT-5 can serve as a lifelong learning companion, enabling individuals to acquire new skills, explore diverse subjects, and adapt to rapidly evolving economic and technological landscapes. Climate action stands to benefit significantly from GPT-5's analytical power. By modeling environmental systems, predicting climate trends, evaluating the effectiveness of intervention strategies, GPT-5 can inform evidence-based policies and corporate practices aimed at mitigating environmental degradation. Its ability to process and interpret data from satellites, sensors, and historical records enables more precise monitoring of ecosystems, resource use, and pollution levels. Policymakers and environmental organizations can leverage these insights to implement targeted solutions, optimize resource management, design strategies to combat climate change more effectively. The potential of GPT-5 extends beyond problem-solving to fostering creativity and innovation. It can generate ideas, propose novel approaches, and act as a collaborator in fields such as design, art, and engineering. By augmenting human imagination and providing new perspectives, GPT-5 can help unlock creative potential on a scale previously unattainable. The model's contributions can empower individuals and organizations to explore uncharted avenues of thought, leading to solutions that are both inventive and practical. Ultimately, GPT-5's potential for positive change depends on responsible stewardship and strategic deployment. Harnessed ethically and thoughtfully, It can serve as a powerful tool to advance human knowledge, improve quality of life, and address existential challenges. From healthcare and science to education and climate action, GPT-5 offers a pathway to solutions that are faster, smarter, and more accessible, highlighting the extraordinary possibilities of artificial superintelligence when aligned with human values and societal needs. The global collaboration required for the development, regulation, and oversight of GPT-5 represents one of the most significant challenges and opportunities in the era of artificial superintelligence. As AI systems become increasingly powerful and capable of influencing economic, political, and social systems, no single nation or organization can effectively manage their development or ensure their safe use in isolation. The inherently borderless nature of GPT-5 means that its impact is felt worldwide, creating both shared risks and shared responsibilities. International cooperation is essential to establish common standards for safety, ethics, transparency, and accountability. Without such coordination, the proliferation of unregulated or poorly governed AI technologies could exacerbate global inequalities, increase the risk of misuse, generate geopolitical tensions over access and control. Collaboration across borders involves not only governments, but also private industry, academic institutions, civil society. Large technology companies developing AI systems wield enormous influence and resources, often surpassing the capabilities of individual nations. Engaging these stakeholders in global dialogue is crucial for aligning technological advancement with public interest. Academic institutions contribute by providing research, testing frameworks, and ethical analysis that help shape responsible AI development. Civil society organizations play a vital role by representing societal concerns, advocating for equitable access, and monitoring the societal impact of AI deployment. By integrating insights from diverse actors, international governance frameworks can better anticipate challenges, balance competing interests, and ensure that AI systems serve the common good. The standardization of ethical principles is a central component of international collaboration. GPT-5 and future AI systems must be developed with clear guidelines around fairness, transparency, accountability, and safety. Ensuring that these principles are globally recognized helps prevent a race to the bottom, where entities prioritize speed or competitive advantage over responsible use. It also promotes trust among nations and within societies, as citizens and governments can be confident that AI systems are being deployed in ways that minimize harm and respect human rights. Establishing shared norms and protocols can guide not only development, but also crisis management, cross-border data sharing, and response to potential misuse or emergencies. In addition to ethics, international cooperation must address technological interoperability, security, and equitable access. Collaborative initiatives can ensure that AI systems are compatible with diverse infrastructures, avoid concentration of power, and reduce systemic vulnerabilities. Coordinated approaches to security can help prevent malicious use of AI in cyber attacks, misinformation campaigns, or autonomous weapon systems. Equitable access to AI capabilities also requires shared investment in education, research, and infrastructure, enabling countries with fewer resources to benefit from technological advancements, rather than being marginalized. The geopolitical dimension of AI governance cannot be underestimated. As nations vie for leadership in AI innovation, competition can lead to both breakthroughs and tensions. International cooperation provides mechanisms to manage rivalry constructively, promoting transparency, dialogue, and mutual accountability. Multilateral agreements, joint research programs, global oversight bodies can mitigate risks of conflict, while ensuring that the benefits of AI development are broadly shared. Ultimately, the international collaboration surrounding GPT-5 will shape the trajectory of artificial superintelligence and its impact on humanity. By fostering shared responsibility, ethical standards, and equitable access, the global community can ensure that AI serves as a force for innovation, prosperity, and stability. The way nations, institutions, and societies work together today will define whether GPT-5 becomes a tool that unites humanity in solving complex challenges or a source of division and risk on a planetary scale. As GPT-5 ushers in the dawn of artificial superintelligence, humanity stands at a crossroads. The choices we make today, how we govern, regulate, collaborate, will determine whether this unprecedented power becomes a catalyst for progress, innovation, and global unity, or a force that deepens inequality and risk. The future of AI is not just in the hands of machines, it is in ours. The time to act responsibly, boldly, and together is now.